Thunder rolls across a cloud-covered night sky in the distance. It'll be raining soon. I need to get out of these woods already, but seems like no matter how many turns I take on this winding road, I'm only going deeper and deeper. Some shortcut, I grumble. And that's when I see her. She spills out of the woods and onto the road, like the woods had chewed her up and spit her out. A torn white gown hangs off her skinny frame. Long black hair reaches halfway down her back. Her bare feet bleed, leaving red stains on the white paint that borders the edge of the road. Red, like the blood stains on her nightgown. She flails her arms to me while tears stream down her face. Please, please help me. My truck almost flattens her to the road, but I swerve fast. I lose control of the truck for a second, grappling with the steering wheel, the trees and the road swirling into a blur all around me. By the time I slam on the brakes, I've done a full 180. The truck engine rumbles low. I've got a death grip on the steering wheel. That couldn't have been real, right? Holy shit, I can't even breathe. There she is, 50 feet away, limping towards me in the middle of the road as pine trees sway in the growing wind around her. My stomach churns, but I throw open my door. I break into a run for her. Hey, hold on, I'm coming. She collapses into my arms, the tiny shoulder straps of her nightgown slipping to her arms. Come on, stay with me. She's not heavy. I pick her up and run. She's starved. Her ribs and spine poke out just under her pale, bruised skin. The storm grows stronger as I put her in the passenger seat of my truck. Stay with me, I tell her. Good Lord, what happened to you? I jump in the driver's seat, slam my door, and stomp the accelerator to the floor. The truck engine roars as I fly over the winding road, cutting deeper into the woods. I'm gonna get you help, I promise. But my cell phone won't work. No signal. Come on! I try again and again. It won't even call the police. She's quiet at first, sitting there like a limp, broken rag doll. After a minute, she reaches up and finds the photo I keep on the dashboard. It's an old Polaroid photo. In it, a beautiful little girl smiles before her birthday cake, right as she's about to blow out her lit candles. Is this your daughter? The woman asks me, her eyes fixed on the photo. I don't notice her question at first. I'm still trying to get any help on my cell phone while I turn left and right along this wicked little stretch of road. What happened to you? I ask her. Is there anyone with you? Anyone else? Rain starts to patter on the windshield. The wind blows colder through the open windows, and it blows the scent of something foul and rotten with it. I drop my phone and grab at my nostrils and mouth. Jesus, what is that? My throat tightens up as I gag, but I choke it all back and keep driving until the truck engine, without a hint of warning, shuts off. No! No! Seconds later, we're stranded, right there in the middle of the road as the storm looms over us. The engine completely shut off. We're stuck in my truck like mice trapped in a metal trap. The woman doesn't seem fazed, though. She just holds the little Polaroid photo, stares at it, and her hands start to tremble. Is she your daughter? I don't answer at first. A strange chill creeps through my skin and up my spine as I look into this woman's dark, sunken eyes. It's when I notice a birthmark on her left cheek, one that looks like the shape of a heart. Yes, she's my daughter. I haven't seen her in over a year. That's where I was driving to her. I thought I would be there by morning. She notices the gifts I have wrapped in the backseat behind us. Wiping a tear off her cheek, she turns away from them. "I haven't seen my dad in a long, long time," she says, as her fragile voice begins to break. Rain grows harder on the windshield. It's starting to pour into the truck through the open windows as lightning claws into the sky not far from us. "All right, come on. We need to get you help. Get out of these woods." I reach across her and grab the manual handle for her window. I turn it fast while the thunder rolls deep and low above us. She looks behind us, back down the road. She starts shaking, breathing a little shallower, faster. I grab my own window handle, turn it while rain splashes against me. "The storm is really starting now, huh?" I grab the key and turn the ignition. "Come on, baby, go!" The engine spits and sputters. That sickening sound of jolting, fleeting hope, right as it shuts off. "Come on!" I hiss under my breath. "Turn!" I turn the key. Vrr! Vrr! It still won't start. The interior lights blink on and off. The headlights flash on and off at the leering woods before us. "Damn it!" She turns and looks behind us again. "No," she whispers. "You have to go. You have to go right now." "What is it?" I crank my neck and peer through the rear windshield, but I don't see anything through the blur of rain on the glass. When lightning flashes, the road is visible under that bright strobe effect of light, and in those intense flashes of visibility still, I only see the dark, winding road behind us. "There's nothing there," I tell her. "No," she cries out. "Go! You have to go! He's here!" My hand tight around the wheel, my brows lower, my mouth tightens. And slowly I turn my eyes to see her pale, trembling face. "What do you mean? What do you mean?" I ask her. "Who's here?" She grabs my hand with an icy cold grip. Her dirty fingernails dig into my skin. "He's here," is all she whispers. I take her hand. I look her in the eyes as the sound of the rain on the metal of my truck envelops almost all else. "Miss, believe me," I try to reassure her. "There is no one." Lightning cuts into the sky, and the outside lights up as bright as day, and in that moment I see a man stands right outside her window. Holy shit! I jump back against my window. He presses his face right up against the window, but it's still blurred through the rain. But even over the rain and the booming thunder, somehow he whispers to her, and we both hear it inside the truck. "Evelyn. Oh, Evelyn. You know you're not getting away from me. My sweet girl." She grabs me and screams, "Go! Please!" The man drags his fingers down the glass of her window, leaving bloody prints behind that the rain won't wash away. "Evelyn. Evelyn. Let me in. Come back to me. My sweet girl." She screams, "Go! Go!" I crank the key again and again. The engine spits and sputters and flails while all the lights flash on and off, and finally the engine turns. God, yes! I throw it in drive. I slam my boot on the accelerator. The truck jumps forward, sending me back in my seat. I grab the steering wheel and turn it straight. The wheels finally catch the road. We're flying forward into the rain, across the pavement, and through the woods. But we don't get too far down the road before headlights cut through the dark night behind us. They shine brightly as they slice through the dark, landing right on my truck. About 50 feet behind us, they're creeping closer to us. Faster. Closer. Faster. "Please, go!" She grabs my arm. "I can't go back there. I can't go back." Left. Right, left, then another left. The truck winds along the rainy road, drifting over the wet pavement. I can hardly keep control, and the headlights behind us are already right on us. Damn it! His truck must be souped up or something. His engine roars with a rabid hunger. He was about 20 feet behind us, and suddenly, he's right there, blaring a horn that cuts through the rain and thunder. "He'll never let me go," she whispers. She holds the little photo of my daughter tight in her hand. "Make sure you tell her you love her," she says. "You tell your daughter every day that you love her." Then she turns and looks out the passenger window, through the rain, the storm, into those dark woods. "I'm never getting out of here." For a moment, I turn to her. I see the back of her head. No, that can't be real, I think as my throat turns dry. I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. That's not half of her head missing. And when I look back at the road takes a hairpin turn to the left. I'm not fast enough. No! I spin the wheel, but it's too late. The tires slip off the pavement. The truck flies off the road into the ditch of tangled weeds and mud. A tree whooshes by. A tire blows into rubber shreds. My driver's window breaks at the first crash into the ditch, then shatters as the truck spirals forward. It finally stops when it collides to a pine tree. Quiet. It's quiet now. Quiet inside the truck. Quiet from the passenger seat where she sat. Rain keeps on pouring, and thunder groans in the sky as the truck engine sizzles, and the rusted, busted, and crackling metal bends as the truck sinks into the mud. There's glass and cuts on my hand. I shakily raise my hand to my head, cradle it, eyes shutting tight and mouth wincing. Shit. I'm almost blinded by the pain in my skull. I barely see my own blood on the steering wheel and a piece of my hair. Then I looked at the passenger seat, terrified that she's dead. But she's not there. It's an empty passenger seat. Maybe she flew out. But the doors are both shut. Maybe she went through the windshield. But the windshield is only cracked. My stomach coils as my chest tightens. I can hardly breathe. Hello? Suddenly, the skin on my arm raises as the air chills. I can even see my own foggy breath. A man's voice speaks from the back seat. "You're never taking her from me." Slowly, trembling, I dare to turn my head and look into the back seat. There he is, sitting in my back seat, smiling back at me. All I remember is that he looks into my eyes with eyes that are as black as the sky above. And he snarls right before he lunges forward and wraps his hands around my throat. My eyes open. It's blurry at first, but when it's clearer, I can see the road. The morning sun creeps through the trees. The day is cast in a grayish tint, and the remains of the storm clouds pass above in the morning sky. Damn it. I'm still here, in my truck, surrounded by broken glass, and drops of my own blood. It's just me. No woman from the road, no man in the back seat. The road. I think, I have to get to the road. And suddenly I'm spilling out of the woods like they chewed me and spit me out. I fall down and roll on the pavement as a minivan approaches. The nice couple in the van saves me from the road. They take me to the nearest hospital. In that haze, in and out of consciousness, I can hear the nurses when they speak about me. He keeps saying there's a woman out there. She's in trouble. She's going to die. He says there's a man after her. Yes, I think, still dizzy while I lay on the hospital bed. Please, believe me, he's going to kill her. It's some hours later, and the world isn't spinning anymore. I'm still sore, doped up on morphine, lying in the hospital bed. I'm alive, I think. I breathe deep. Nice and slow, shutting my eyes. I'm alive. But what about her? Where is she? That's when the two police officers come into the room. They ask about the crash, about the girl on the road, about what she said to me. And when I tell them about her and that psychopath that was after her, they ask me to describe her. But as I describe her, one of them raises her eyebrows at me. As I continue describing the woman, telling them about the gown she wore, what her hair looked like, the birthmark on her cheek, the officer lowers her pen and notepad. Sir, she stops me, pulling her cell phone from her pocket. She brings up a photo of a young woman on her screen and she shows it to me. Is this her? Yes! I sit up fast. I take her phone. Yes, that's her! You have to find her. The officers pause, a look passing between them that makes me sick to my stomach. Sir, the one tells me, they already found her. Dead. 7 years ago.